have been speaking in Cachacucha, so I invite you to share your story. I shared my professional story, my story of my imaginary friend. So I'm going to tell you about my hero, okay? It's not a superhero, you'll see. My hero is my mom. This is the story of my mom, and I like to share it. And it starts all the way in 1959 in a small town in Colombia. It's called Sevilla Valle. Small town. She went to a public school. She's the 5th out of 6 kids. Then we're moving fast along. I only have 20 slides. Age 15, she moved to Cali, which is now a bigger city. She wanted to do that for the senior year of high school, just so she could get into a better college. Imagine leaving your house when you're 15. She stayed with some relatives, but it's not the same. Then, age 21, graduated. She paid for her own tuition, which is not something all of us have to do. Some of us, I really value what she did. I remember she always told me she never missed class because she was paying for it. And that stuck with me. Then, age 21, she graduated from being an accountant. What could she possibly do? So she decided to go into one of the big firms. She went into KPMG. Back then, it was the Big 8. Now it's the Big 4. They've consolidated. Back then, it was Pete Merrick. So she started at age 21 in KPMG. Now, working here in one of those firms is tough, but working in a developing country, that is really tough. You don't have any free time. You put in 70, 80 hours a week. She took her work home. She took her work on the weekends. She took her work on vacation. She was constantly working. That's why she became the first female partner in the company. The youngest partner. So these are not pictures of her. I couldn't find a picture of that she took. But it looked like that. It was her. It was her and old men. Older white men. But she also, at age 28, age 30, and age 33, managed to have 3 boys. I'm the oldest. And we've always felt that she was by our side, and she didn't leave us or forget about us, even though she did work a lot. Then age 37, for a person growing up in Colombia, a woman especially, she decided she wanted to perfect her English. So we took a 2-month trip to England, Manchester, while she was practicing English. That's where I began. I was age 9, I began learning English. So that's one of the many gifts she gave me. Then, age 40, we moved to the US, to New Jersey. We were here for 3 years, and she could have stayed more, but they recalled her back because she was so good in Colombia that they needed her back. That's where I finished learning my English, so that was another gift she gave me. But while she was here, she worked 9 to 5 for reasonable hours, but she got accustomed to working a lot, so she became a CPA. On her first try, you have to do 4 tests. It's like 1% of the people who get it on the first try. And she also got an MBA. She got an MBA remote. Then, age 43, moved back, and of course she was a big shot now in KPMG. She got the tough assignments. She got into trouble with Luis Carlos Sarmiento, which is richest or second richest Colombia. That's why I have a picture of Jeff Bezos. Because he didn't like the way she was auditing his firms, so she banned him. So she got transferred from the financial side of the company to the physical side of the company, where she, at age 48, took on one of the biggest jobs. Ecopetrol is Colombia's biggest firm, and it needed to have the books in U.S. Accounting practices, so she was the one who headed that big project. Age 50, one of my most proudest moments for her, she won Best Accountant in Colombia. She was in a business trip, and my dad was busy, so I had to go on stage in front of more people than me to take her award. Then age 51, of course, pinnacle of the career, she was going to be president. But partners vote on who becomes president, and she didn't become president because of 2 reasons. She was working a lot, so they would have worked a lot, and she was a woman, of course. Age 52, after that setback, she decided she had enough. She had savings. She had all the success she had wanted professionally. So she decided to retire after 33 years of work. Most people, when they think about retirement, they think about that picture. Not my mom. My mom, at age 53, opened a foundation, and it's all self-founded, and she works with underprivileged children, giving them after-school activities. So they go to dancing classes. This is her on this past Halloween, dressed as an egg. She also a mentor of 2 young women. We're all boys, so she decided to mentor 2 women. They're orphans, so she's like the new mom figure for them. It's not financial, it's more like sentimental. And then at age 59, she took another hobby on. She did the first leg of a triathlon. She did the swimming part because it was like a relay race. We did the Camino de Santiago just before coming to Harris, and we also went up a tall mountain in one of Colombia's tallest mountain ranges, El Cocuy. So she taught me leadership, ethics, and many things. I love you, Mom. Te amo, Mama. Yes.
How often do you get to see or talk to your mom since you've been here?
Well, that's a good question. In Latino culture, many people talk to them every day, most internationals, not me. I talk to her once a week on Sundays, because that's what she taught me, and that's how much she would talk to her parents. Every Sunday she would talk to her parents and my dad's parents. Recently, she has commented, because all her sisters and brothers get daily talks with their kids. So she has lamented teaching me that. So ever since she made that comment, I've been trying to increase it to at least twice a week. We have, like, it's quality 41-hour talks. Yes?
First of all, your mom sounds amazing and wonderfully ambitious. My mom announced she's retiring today, so this resonates. Where does she get her inspiration from? Yeah.
No, I don't know. Initially, it was religious. I think she wanted to go to heaven. She's been influenced by a dear person to her, and now she doesn't believe in that. I think part was also to give me and my brothers a good example. But there's so many things that I couldn't put into the presentation. For instance, she volunteers in translating international norms. And I frequently ask her that because it's a tough job. So I was like, why do you do it? She's like, oh, I want to give back to the profession. So she has lots of motivations, but I don't know how to pinpoint it. Next one. Yes.
So my question is, how has it shaped you as a man to have such a female role model in your life? Yeah.
I think from earlier than other men, I realized how tough the world is for women, and how much she has to be much better than the equivalent men to get the same thing. So just giving me that perspective and trying to make the world so that that doesn't happen. But I think that's how she's